Probably the best fastball he's had all season. The movement, the location, he found it. He was down. I mean, there was only one pitch I remember him kind of climbing out of the zone and had more intent, ended up getting a strike three swing on it. But he controlled the bottom of the zone. The ball was, and you could tell by some of the reactions of how much late movement it had. And that really is kind of an example of why a guy gets away from a third pitch when the fastball is that effective. And when the slider is that effective, there's usually a tendency to look in the mirror and realize you probably don't need anything else that day. So he ended up throwing a couple, but he really didn't need them today because the sinker and the slider were that good.
Lately, I think it's the last 4 starts, so he's really handled lefties. It seems like a lot better. I didn't know if there's anything in particular that you noticed that you thought might have been behind that.
Yeah, fastball location. I mean, you're watching guys jump out of the way on sinkers that are starting at their front hip, and then next thing you know, they're on the plate and able to make the pitch down and away, which I believe is just a staple for good pitching. But lately, he has been incorporating the changeup more. I think the more he puts that in their mind, I think it has its purpose still. He needs to work on it. He needs to add that third pitch and really improve it. But days like today, it was just really impressive to watch the mix of the sinker slider.
And then for you, is there, I guess, any added significance just for the ball club to win the season series against the club that not only is in first place, but I think you guys talked about, going into the season that this was a team that you guys had sort of, knew was supposed to be contending and that you guys didn't feel like you played your best against last year? Yeah,
I think it just went through the season last year. Who did we not represent ourselves well against, and it would have been this team. We didn't play well, and now looking back over the season against them, we played some pretty good games, had some real close games. But I believe when our guys play our style of baseball, we're putting pressure. Did it again today. Guys get on, put pressure on the bases, play good defense. Then I think most importantly is going to be the starting pitching. We get that solid starting pitching, and then those other pieces find a way to make things happen. And it doesn't hurt to have our catcher on the field doing what he does. But I think it was a pretty good representation of the kind of baseball we believe that we can play.
Annie?
Like you mentioned the changes that Brady did throw. One of them was to Gavin Sheets. At that long at bat, I think he threw like 5 sliders in a row, then a few sinkers, and then got a ground out on the changeup. But those are situations that you do like to see that kind of pitch in.
I think it just gives him something else to think about, and especially the left-handed hitter. He threw one other one, who was the Sheets also, and it was a good pitch. And he didn't want to throw that one at the end, but his catcher didn't give him an option. He tried shaking it off, and it was a mandatory pitch. So love to see that happen. Really good catchers do that, and they're going to help guys think outside the box just a little bit when they need the help.